And welcome back to Mizzou Hockey TV. My name's Luca Vitale, alongside me, Tyler Williams. Tyler, how we doing?
Pretty good.
So first things first, what I want to ask you is just introducing yourself to the fans because you're one of the newer players. So who are you exactly?
Tyler Williams from St. Louis, Missouri. Went to high school at CBC for those St. Louis people who that's the first question you always ask. This first semester I was playing junior hockey in Idaho Falls in the NCDC and was getting traded to Pennsylvania, so didn't want to move across the country again, so decided to come here and try out college. Yeah.
So obviously a lot of traveling. Just what's that like on you just personally? Because hockey, obviously, you got to, like any athletic sport, you got to just travel. But what's that like on you just on a personal level?
Honestly, you kind of get used to it at a certain point because hockey, like you said, you travel a ton, buses, car rides with your parents, your teammates. You got to love it. If you love the game, you have to love it, or else like it's not going to be worth it, and it will take a toll. So, I mean, I kind of like the car rides. It gives me time to do work or watch a movie or just play on my phone or whatever it is. And also, ton of scenery, so super nice.
Ton of scenery in the Midwest, just lots of plains and farms.
I'm talking more about up in Idaho and Colorado. Best sunsets I've ever seen in Idaho. It's weird, but yeah, every day.
Yeah, I've never heard of that before, so that's very interesting. Yeah. So I do want to talk about, you obviously joined this team in the second half of the season to just obviously add more depth to this Mizzou team. You, Mason Buddy, and Ethan DeGroat. And I did speak to Mizzou Head Coach Bob Bucher following the Dallas Baptist Series sweep. And, Coach, what do these three players bring to the team?
The skill, the speed, the tenacity. They want to win. They all came from great programs growing up, and we welcome them. It's funny, one night at practice, Tanner Richardson, as the guys are out practicing, doing their thing, Tanner Richardson looked at me and said, "Coach, where'd you get these guys?" And before I could answer, he said, "Can you find more?"
So Tanner Richardson implying that conversation between him and Bucher, that he's implying that you obviously bring a lot to the table in this team. So what does that say about this team's culture?
Honestly, I'm just ready to build on it and help the seniors and the upperclassmen finish what they started here. And I don't want to like overshadow anybody. I just want to fit right in with the boys and have a good time.
So let's sort of pivot straight to this Dallas Baptist series. Obviously, a lot transpired. And just looking at this Dallas Baptist series, you guys finished, first things first, undefeated on home ice, which is obviously an impressive feat to just accomplish itself. Yes. You guys only lost one time in divisional play, which, for those that do not know, Missouri competes in the MACHA South Silver, which consists of Missouri, Arkansas, Missouri State, and Dallas Baptist. They only lost once. So that series sweep over Dallas Baptist is definitely something you guys should be proud of. And just sort of talking about it, what did you guys take away? What's the biggest takeaway from the series?
Just momentum, basically. Like Coach said, like taking 6 weeks off and coming in and trying to get those gears turning again is a big deal for us. Just momentum, basically, is all.
Yeah, and just you got to play in front of the home faithful for the first and unfortunately the last time this regular season. But I do want to take a look at this fan right here. This fan managed to hype up this entire broadcast, the broadcasting section, us two, and just all of these people in this section, sold out crowd Friday, but this little fan right here managed to hype up an entire section. So what was your reaction to just playing in front of the fans?
I mean, it was a great atmosphere. Really, first college experience of playing in front of like a college atmosphere. So, I mean, it was a really good turnout. It was not what I expected, so it was really cool. Yeah.
So you're new to the Mizzou hockey team, obviously, and historically, the tempers flaring sort of situation, that usually happens in the Arkansas-Missouri State Series. That's where historically usually happens. Dallas Baptist, they're in the division, but tempers usually don't flare. There's no chippiness usually. not to this extent until this past weekend. So what instigated all of this chippiness, the tempers flaring, because there was a play where you hit somebody and you go straight into the box. So what instigated all this chippiness?
Well, I mean, right before that, I drew a penalty. Someone slashed my stick out of my hands, and I was like, well, might as well hit somebody because he's right there. So blew him up, and I knew it was a clean hit, but I thought it was a penalty of me standing over him and saying some choice words with him. But so that's why I went directly into the box and kind of just started laughing. But then the ref was like, no call. So I was like, huh, cool. So, yeah.
So just going into game 2, right? This series was pretty close until the third period. I mean, Dallas Baptist, you guys were going blow for blow until the very end of the game. I mean, it was very close. And then you guys go into the second intermission, and Bucher had something to say to you guys. So, Bucher, what was your message going to the guys in game 3? Or game period 3, rather?
I challenged the guys in between the second and third to make the decision. Were we going to try to play the game that we've been playing for 2 periods that was Dallas Baptist game, or were we going to play our game? And they made the decision to go out and play our game and score goals, and we were able to take a good 7-1 win today. That's important. We need to keep doing that, keep sending that message.
So a 180 going into the third period, 4 goals in a minute. What was this change? What changed exactly?
Honestly, I don't think really anything changed from the first puck drop of Friday night to the last puck drop of the third period when we came out just buzzing. I think all credit to Baptist, but it's really hard to win with 12 or 11 guys, whatever they had. So us just doing what we do, just grinding them down, getting it deep, just keeping pucks on net, and yeah.
So going into this weekend, it's sort of a different weekend because usually during the regular season, you got your 1 team, 2 games on Friday, Saturday, same team. Not this weekend, though. You guys are going on the road, and you're playing Maryville on Friday and SLU on Saturday at Centene for the Flyover Classic. Does that sort of change how you guys are practicing during the week? Because instead of your normal 2 games, same team, because usually what you see on Friday and Saturday, that would usually be sort of MACHA Tournament and Nationals, what you guys are going through this weekend. Does that change how you guys are preparing?
I don't think it changes anything at all. Honestly, I would just consider this weekend as a secondary home weekend for us because half of our team is from St. Louis. So we're all going back, go and get some nice home-cooked food, and we'll feel right at home. No trouble.
Does that format sort of help you guys for the MACHA Tournament and Nationals?
I'm sure. I haven't really gotten fully into that yet, but I'm sure that'll definitely help big time. Yeah.
And going into this weekend, right? I mean, you guys have obviously played in a controlled environment all season long. Now, hopefully it's not too hot on Saturday for the winter or Flyover Classic, rather, because you don't want it too hot. Otherwise, you guys are going to be playing in slush. So that would not be fun to play in at all, but not a controlled environment. Does that sort of change how you guys are practicing this weekend or just approaching the game?
I think, honestly, it just makes us more excited because everyone loves ODR, which is outdoor rink, and it just brings a different atmosphere, and I think everyone would just be super excited. Even if the conditions make it tough, I think it'll just add an extra factor of just toughness. So, yeah.
And 3 keys going into this weekend. What are your 3 keys getting both victories?
3 keys, mental toughness, pucks in deep, and hit, physicality. So,
yeah. Yeah, obviously you're one of those guys that brings a lot of physicality to the program. I mean, Coach mentioned tenacity and physicality. I mean, has that always been a part of your game, or have you just sort of adapted with it as time has gone on?
Yeah, I think the people that know me know that that's always been a part of my game, and not afraid to get hit, and I'm not afraid to throw a hit. So, I mean, like that's part of the game, and one of the things I love about it is just getting to flatten people. So yeah.
All right, everyone, thanks for tuning in to Mizzou Hockey TV. Be sure to visit our website, follow us on social media, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and your broadcasting team will be joining with the team this weekend in St. Louis, so be sure to tune into the broadcast. My name's Luca Vitale, alongside me, Tyler Williams. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.